Hey, this is DM Allen. Thanks for joining us once again for another week of awesomeness. Let's just get it started.
Last time on Roll with Advantage.
Candlekeep ho. Okay.
Candlekeep.
Hello, let's go.
All right.
The party traveled to Candlekeep, but something seemed off.
You see the immaculate building is lackluster at best.
The party fends off demonic mosquitoes, but pays a hefty price thanks to the death curse.
I don't feel so good. My total health is reduced by 66.
After heading down to Candlekeep, only more doom and gloom awaits.
You see a litter of dead bodies.
Not only that, but something seems off with time at Candlekeep, as if it's been untouched for a century.
I'm talking like ivy is growing everywhere. Like this place looks old, right?
The party encountered more undead lurking around Candlekeep, as if the whole place is overrun.
Hey guys, maybe you should look up.
You see these very leathery wings that are surrounded in this like magical darkness.
What other secrets are there lurking around? Keep listening to find out.
Kinian's starting to feel, and not just because a ton of his hit points were drained, he's starting to feel like he never should have left Waterdeep. And he's distracted. He's not a focus face in this combat.
Maybe some shiny new boots will help.
I totally forgot to give you these. They're Doc Martens with laced-in wings.
You just had to say Hot Topic boots. I mean,
so they're winged boots, but they are made from the cape, from the back cape, and so they are bat-winged boots, and they're pretty slick.
Now I don't have to be fired off of a cannon.
Yeah.
Or ballista.
Yep. And he still gets one polymorph to become a bat.
I like
which is
being
cool
Batman.
Flavor.
yeah.
So,
Should we rest for a bit?
Kyo says, hell yes.
Where are we gonna rest?
Sure.
Yeah, maybe we should go on the ship and come up with a plan of attack for this place. You guys look pretty rough.
So, Dan says, I thought we were going to start sending the ship away from here.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't we
that.
want to hole up and say GTFO to them? Like, find a building and bar ourselves in it? Like, maybe once we get out of the Barbasan, we can see a building that we could fortify.
Maybe there's like an armory nearby.
Kyo's like, Bon, you've lived here longer than anybody else here, so you lead the way.
We could probably just hoof it in the stables for a little bit.
Is that the most fortified area?
It's against the outer wall, and it's got some pretty good construction because it holds horses.
Good enough for me.
So which route do you want to take around to the stables? Do you want to...
Is the Barbasan open?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So we can just walk right in?
Yep.
I would figure we would enter through the Barbasan.
Yeah, in the Barbasan,
What's
the
a
gates,
Barbasan?
it's a protective layer. So
thank you.
Yep. It becomes like a kill box for intruding enemies. When they break through the first wall.
Keep.
Yep. And you see the Barbasan's second set of doors is like busted open and like sundered everywhere. There's like scorch marks all over the broken wood. It looks like it was like blown open.
I fly.
Yeah.
What do I know about the healing springs?
The healing springs was a kind of a like spa area. You would go there after a long day of training and stuff like that, and you would soak in the hot springs, and you would
spiritual healing.
Yes, you would rejuvenate.
Is it known to have such powerful healing that it can even overcome death curses?
No.
No?
Not that you know of, anyways.
Darn.
But it did have minor healing properties. You would be bruised or minorly cut from training and stuff like that, and you would all congregate in the healing springs to heal up from being beaten the hell out of.
Well, why don't we stop by there on our way to the stable?
That's like the farthest location from the barber stand.
Yes, yes it is. Yes.
But it's at least like, if we run into anything, we maybe have some more hit points.
You guys head north from the Barber Sands, and you make your way past it's like an open market almost. It's where farmers would set out all of the food that the keep had bought. Grains, you see big bags of grain that are out underneath these open roofs. And you notice that like all of this food is all molded over and diseased. The general supplies shop that is nearby is choked by IVs and algae. You see dead strewn about in the road, like little speckle spots on your way.
So it's been abandoned for like a month at least.
Yeah. It and like I'm saying this place looks like it's been abandoned for hundreds of years.
Oh, okay, with the vegetation and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
Abnormal growth.
Very abnormal. Do you want to inspect it?
Sure.
Kidney
Okay.
wants to go try to find some old alcohol.
Ooh.
You want
Hopefully it doesn't give you necrotic
what do you want?
damage.
Investigation or
Yes, investigation will be fine.
20.
Ooh, nice.
Rolled a 5? Get out of here.
I know all the things
yes.
if I take a look.
You inspect these ivy and algae growths, and just like gingerly lifting some of the leaves with a pen or something, you notice there's like a black ichor ooze that's dripping down the back, and the ivy seems to be like clinging to that.
Same type of black ichor goo stuff from
It's
Skullport?
similar. It's from Skullport. Skullport was a what do you call it? Algae. It was a bioluminescent algae. It was green, yellow algae.
Oh,
Yep.
even the stuff like dripping down.
That's
from the ceiling?
what was dripping down. Yep.
Never mind.
But it's very viscous. It's very, very similar to that. It's not the same stuff though.
Manette knows all the things. Agent.
Yes. When you're moving the leaf around, it starts to like resist every once in a while. Like it's just something that faintly happens. Like you move it, and it just pushes against the pen, kind of like to get it away almost. It's very gentle, very subtle.
Almost as if they're like magnetic interference or something.
In
a way?
yeah.
Like in how it's acting a
Yeah,
little
like
weird?
it's just pushing. It's pushing back. It's giving resistance to being moved around.
Do I see ancient cash registers
You
spirits?
Ye old cash.
Ye
registers.
old cash registers. So you open the door to the general store, and what you see in there is you see 6 undead figures, and they're like mulling about. There are 7 bodies in here, but 6 of them are animated. The other one is strewn about on the floor. One of the biggest undead in here is like eating one of the legs, and all their heads whip towards you, and the big one sniffs deeply. Roll initiative.
19 for me.
All right.
18 for Bon.
5.
5. Hey, that's one better than your last one. Kinian.
18.
Keo. What'd Keo get?
10. Sorry, I'm cute.
It's all right. You are Keo. I am the glass staff.
My bad.
That's all right. Who wants to go first out of Kinian and Bon?
Don't care.
All right.
Well,
Kenyan
Kenyon's in
can
the
go first.
room.
That's true. You see the biggest zombie. Well, the biggest undead. It sniffs at you with the foot in its mouth still, and it lets out this rageful scream and runs towards you. It is going to attempt to attack you with its claws. That is going to be a critical, and is
Can I use warding flare?
what's your range?
30, but she'd have,
Probably 30.
Yeah,
you have to
probably
declare
not.
it before you know it hit or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'd love it if you could.
Yeah. It's not that big of a critical. Yeah.
It's just 23 necrotic damage and you lose 23 hit points.
No. This is 10 points of slashing damage. Almost told you the secrets. Constitution save for me, please.
I just make it.
Yeah, you piss excellence.
Oh, you jinxed yourself.
How's a 10?
You made it.
I rolled a 1. I just make it. I did make it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes, it is a DC 10 con save. So, well done for being awesome.
Prophetic.
That is its turn. It is now Tin's turn.
Can I get within 30 feet of all the undead?
I would say you'd be able to get in range of 30 feet of the big guy and 2 other of the undead.
If I didn't do the big guy, could I get all the other undead?
You don't have enough movement for it,
Oh,
unfortunately.
Okay. I'll hold off on my Channel Divinity 1 round then. And I will get myself somewhat close to the big guy so that next turn I can be close to everyone, hopefully.
Uh-huh.
And I will use a guiding bolt. And I probably miss, because I think that's a 12.
Who were you hitting? The big guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that does miss.
Yeah, that's a 12. Okay. So I at least moved closer. And for my bonus action, because that's a thing I can do,
Yeah.
I'm going to use my prayer beads, cure wounds on Kinian. Ooh, 10 plus...
So she's touching me. You're behind me, right?
Not
Standing
in the good way,
behind
though.
me. So you have a +5
Okay,
if
thank
you got 20
yeah.
wisdom. So you hit me for 15.
15, yeah.
Thanks, drinking buddy.
Kinian, your turn.
Kinian looks at the big man and says, "You shouldn't have done that," and recklessly attacks. So how many are there in here?
6.
Including him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's the big one,
Yeah.
and he only hit for 10 on a crit?
Yeah.
I don't rage. Reckless. 19 and an 18 on the die. 26 points of slashing on the first swing. Does a... Yeah, never mind. 19's going to hit this. And the same, 26 slashing.
All right. On the second hit, so you like come across the body with your axe, and it slashes deeply, and you come back around and you lop the head off of the big bad guy. Both its body and the foot it was holding drop to the floor. Thump, thump.
And in kind of like a smirk face, I charge forward one of the remaining ones and swing at it.
Okay.
So I got my bonus action. I hit him for 26.
Nice. Before it can even react to the death of the bigger undead, it also loses its head and 2 more thuds. It is now Bon, your turn.
How many are left?
4.
I go for one of the 4. And I
All
say, Kennelkeep says hello with the light of the avowed, and whip out my staff. Does a 20 hit? 21 hit?
I don't think you're going to miss much anymore.
Yeah, you hit.
Dude.
Hang on, I need red.
He's wearing the Fire Giant strength belt.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
So he's got a +7 before proficiency modifier.
That's crazy.
So
Those giant
fucking huge.
things are.
You people and your high non-wisdom
Huge.
stats.
Alright, so 9 fire and 12 bludgeoning and 14 radiant.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Where's the radiant? Oh, you're still winged
I'm
out.
still winged
Yeah.
out.
Badass.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's 15 radiant because I'm level 15.
You probably just exploded that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. You just you come up and you smash all the way through it with your ablazing staff, and it burns with this like radiant fury and like Buffy style. It just like into like blazing ash.
Ha! Next.
Next.
Another hit.
Yeah, another hit. The staff swings back around and smacks the next one close by. I shall lay you to rest with 9 fire and 14 bludgeoning and no radiant.
Yeah, that does it by 1 point.
Good enough. That's
Awesome.
That's efficiency right there.
Yes.
You still have your bonus action.
Yeah, you could kick.
My bonus action was to flame out the staff.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
And I twirl it down to my side.
Yeah.
Yeah. These guys are way easier than demons.
All right.
This is when the adventurers like return to the starter zone,
Yes.
and like they see anything, they just look at it and it falls over dead. There's a bunny dead. Goblin dead.
It's like it takes more time for the actual like battle animations to start and
Yes.
everything
Yeah.
than for the battle to be done.
Keo, which is ran by Dan.
Keo sees how many remaining?
2.
He's gonna twin a firebolt, one for each of them.
All right.
Are any of them next to Bon or Kinian?
No.
Okay, so we're inside. He's pew and pew. Spells. 9. Does 14 hit?
14 does hit. Yes.
So, holy crap. 3d10 plus 4.
What is he doing?
Twinned firebolt. So the first one takes 21 fire.
All right.
The other one takes 20 fire. Twin.
All right. For some reason, 1 is left standing.
With 1 hit point.
There is 1 left. It runs forward into the group, attacking at Bon first because that's the first it comes upon.
A warding flare.
That is going to be a 20.
Damn. He still
Fudger.
hit.
I rolled a 19 and a 16. That's okay. You'll be fine, I think. Constitution saving throw for me, please, Bon. As you take 8 points of slashing damage.
14.
14. You feel your muscles start to tense and ache right around where you get scratched. That area is like locked in muscles, but all your other muscles are loose and ready to go. You feel as if you may have willed yourself not to be paralyzed.
Oh, okay.
Minette blasts the last one for 1 hit point.
If we just fought like all the bosses last time and now we're just killing all the mooks, I really wouldn't complain at all.
Ben really asked Alan not to give us too much experience with him being
He
gone.
did.
So we fought kobolds while Kobold Kyo was missing.
He's like, no. Minette.
I sort of just want to cast Mend and just be like so taken aback by the fact that this is going so quickly.
You're like, shit. Man.
Nah, I'm gonna pull out the thunder pistol
Nice.
at my hip and take a couple shots. 20 something to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and that does
Enough.
half
Yeah.
damage
Half.
of the.
Yes. Yep. So essentially, the pistols are the thunder cannon, but half.
Okay.
Do you have 2 of them?
Yeah.
I do.
That. It's
From
basically
Bonnie.
if he were to shoot both of them, it's 1 shot of the thunder
It
cannon.
does.
It dies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does. So
Color me shocked.
with the first use of the of one of Palami's pistols, with the just genius inlay filigree on it, you hear a resounding shot.
Do you put on like a black suit and tie and drive like your Mustang GTO and get called Mr. Wick? Did your dog
No.
die?
Whose dog died?
No.
That's the question.
My Tressum is fine.
Yeah.
Do I recognize any of them?
You start looking over the bodies, and it's really hard to tell. So these undead ghoulish things, some of them are even ghastly. They are blue of skin. They're all humans, or were humans. They're blue of skin. You see, like, some of their hair is like red, like deep red, like fire red. Some of them are blue. Some of them are green haired. Their eyes are different colored, like a pale eye and a yellow eye and a red eye and a blue eye, stuff like that. Some of them have like this really nasty rash all over its body. And you see the body they were picking over is warped and twisted as well. You can't recognize anybody from these corpses. They've been pretty well changed or mutilated.
Nah, they're just not anybody I know.
Yeah. Maybe once before, but
Nah,
Nah.
they wandered over from the next town over.
yeah.
Would I be able to do a perception check to try to figure out what's going on with all these undead
Like
things?
the undead. Give me a religion.
Religion? Okay. JK. 9.
9. Easy enough. You know them to be ghouls and ghasts. The bigger one was a ghast. Other than that,
Did it like seem abnormal for gas?
yes,
Okay.
yes. These are not your dollar store ghasts. They're
God, somebody sells these at a dollar
Their,
store.
their
Yes.
special collection,
At this level, yes.
special edition gasts.
Necromantic
Yes.
supplies.
The gas that you guys I think have ran into previously are fairly normal-esque looking. They're more zombie-like. These are twisted by some sort of evil.
Okay.
So, picking over the supplies, Kinian, you find 6 gold pieces worth of assorted change. And everything on the shelves and in the barrels and stuff like that, even the ale, is putrid and rotten.
Healing potions?
No healing potions in here. You notice that like the salted meats and stuff that should keep a long time, dried jerky and stuff, that's all nasty and gone. It's disgusting, to say the least.
Let's
There's
move
this-
on to the next depressing location.
There's this white fuzzy. Oh God, it's mold. Ew.
Ew.
So I'm not going to find the Twinkies. in here?
No. And if you
Twinkies?
did, they're probably bad. So, after leaving the general supplies store and continuing north, you get closer and closer to the healing springs. And what you're noticing on the ground around the healing springs is lines of bodies, and they all look to have died while trying to crawl towards the healing springs. Bon, as you're picking your way through, you recognize one of the bodies. You recognize your old master from your time in the guard, Alyssa Hammerfast. She is dead on the ground. Her dwarven body is gooped over with all this tarry, nasty bile.
Lovely.
I kneel at her body and bow my head and just sit there for a while.
Hey everyone, I'm DM Alan. Thank you so much for joining us for Season 3, Episode 3. We are having a blast this week. Go check out our Twitter and our Facebook. Also, we're there to talk about the show, so feel free to shoot us some questions on Twitter or Facebook, and we'd be absolutely ecstatic to answer them and basically just chat with you guys. Our Twitter handle is @DMsTable, and the Facebook page is @TheDMsTable. So go check us out now. All right, let's talk about this week's sponsor. This week's sponsor is Audible. Audible is an amazing audiobook platform that has over 180,000 books to choose from, and you can listen to it on your iPhone, Android, or even your Kindle. Audible has been very generous. Our listeners get 2 free audiobooks and 2 Audible original downloads and a 30-day free trial when you sign up at www.audibletrial.com/RWA. Go try it out now and support the show by signing up through that link. Now, I'm going to send it over to Adam for this week's recommendation.
Hey guys, in keeping with the times, I'm going to shout out to fans of The Witcher, which recently took Netflix by storm. Did you know The Witcher started out in book form? If you like the video game or TV series, it has nothing on the books. Follow the many stories of Geralt as he slays monsters, both beast and human. The stories start with The Last Wish, available on Audible.
I trust that is an amazing book. Adam has not steered me wrong so far. I have loved every book so far that he's recommended. They're really, really good. So put it on your reading list. Now, let's talk about Incompetech. Incompetech.com is a phenomenal audio platform that has scores that are just beautiful. You can listen to these scores for free. You can use them under Creative Commons. You can do all sorts of cool things with them. I personally love them for the podcast here, and I love listening to them when I'm prepping for the show and I'm trying to get my notes together and everything. They are just really, really good scores to listen to. They're very inspirational. Go check them out. That's Incompetech.com. All right, that's all I've got for you this week. Let's go back to the episode and enjoy the action. See you out on the internet, guys. Bye. You all see this nasty black tar ooze, and it's making its way now east. It's like following. It's following the.
Is the ooze
courtyard
moving,
around.
or are you just describing the path that it
just describing
was
the
in?
path?
Okay.
Yes. Yep. The ooze path is like following around the courtyard, and now it's making its way east as you've hit near a northern point. you can actually smell the stink coming off of the healing springs. And the healing springs, does anyone want to investigate them? Or is the stench enough to
I'd at
keep
least
you
like to
away?
do a perception check. I don't know if I want to
I'll
go
investigate.
up to it.
I put on my
Your mask?
tinkering mask so that blocks most of it.
Okay.
18 perception.
19 investigation.
A 4?
Rolled 4.
Yeah. Tin, you recognize with your perception, you see underneath a lot of the goop and algae and vines around the healing springs, you see holy symbols of Ogma, which is easily enough known by you as the god of knowledge. Bon, you know this as well. The god of knowledge is worshipped by the caretakers, and so it's not uncommon to see this god symbol around. Some of the bodies you noticed, Tin, are clutching their holy symbols as they're like reaching out with their other hand. Some of the bodies have made it into the pools of water. The pools of water are glazed over with this nasty algae. The healing springs are apparently not doing their work anymore.
No kidding.
Uh,
I don't know if this would make sense to do as like an insight check or something, but I'm curious, the like black ichor that we're seeing, if that would remind Tnuviel of the demonic creature she had seen through the tear in fabric.
No.
Okay.
They're for her it's completely unrelated.
Okay.
Minette, as you're investigating this ooze in this area, you dip down your pen again into this ooze, and as you draw it back, it like starts to sizzle and break away as the ooze is very caustic. You look out along the bodies, and some of the bodies are breaking down. Some are not necessarily breaking down as much as others, but
I pick up Alyssa and carry her to the springs.
okay. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
10.
It's the first rule of zombie movies. You don't go up to the corpses.
Rules are made to be broken.
As you pick up Alyssa's body, you feel the burning sensation of the ooze drip onto your robes and your forearms and your chest, and you take 22 points of acid damage.
Ouch.
Yep. And you can smell like some of your skin burning away as you're like stomping your way towards the healing springs. And when you get up to the springs, you see the algae across the top of the springs. What do you want to do?
I'm going to use my elemental thing. Elemental attunement to kind of shuffle the water around and kind of clear the algae off the top.
Okay.
And then I place Alyssa in the springs.
Okay.
Are there any monsters in the water?
There doesn't seem to be, no.
Okay.
You lay her body in there. She floats for a little bit, and the weight of her clothes starts to drag her down just slightly below the surface. There doesn't seem to be any effect.
I just leave her there.
Okay. All right. I think the curiosity of Keo is starting to get the best of him, and he's gliding along on his broom with Minette and moving along, following this trail of acidic bile, this ooze. He follows it along a ways, and it starts to like climb up over top of this building. And the building is built as a stable. There was once pigs and chickens and cows, beasts of burden in here. Now there is just rotting corpses laying on the ground.
This place is gross, yo.
Yep.
You see some of the vines and algae on this stable. It starts moving, like picking itself off of the stables, and it looks awfully menacing.
The algae's moving?
Yes.
I shoot it.
You shoot it? Okay. Let's roll initiative.
17 for Tnuviel.
All right, Manette.
A 10.
Nice. Kinian.
22. Keo is also a 22.
Okay. You can internally choose.
He sees it. He's flying out there with Manette.
Okay. Bon.
12.
12. Keo sees this demonic creature, and Manette, you react and shoot
Damn
as
right
it starts moving.
Surprise round type thing.
16. 15. Sorry. 15 to hit.
You shoot it, and it seems to, it just goes right through a gap in the vines and algae. I want you to think of like these vines looking a lot like a circulatory system with algae dripping down the vines, creating almost like an algae skin.
So that does nothing.
Yep, you missed.
We fly up higher.
All right. So Keo.
How many targets does Keo see?
Keo thinks he sees one.
He is going to, like, I think the broom will fly a little slow with him and Manette, but he'll probably ascend like 30 feet.
Okay.
And with just one target, he'll probably just pop a firebolt.
Okay.
Firebolt 9. Does a 20 hit?
A 20 does, yes.
Okay, then 3d8 will be, or 3d10 plus 4. He rolled a 1, a 4, a 1. So 10 damage.
What?
Fire.
Fire? The fire splashes across the wet algae and doesn't seem to do as much as Keo would have hoped.
Especially when he rolled really bad.
Yeah. It is your turn, Kinian.
How far away had they meandered?
I imagine you all to roam as a group at this point, just because of how big this area is. So nobody's going to be outside of 30 feet of each other, just because that makes it easy.
So in this ugly mass basically rose up.
Mm-hmm.
How far away from me is it?
We're going to say 60 feet.
Kinian's gonna take a look to see if there's any other hostiles.
Okay.
With a 17
Perception.
perception.
17 perception. You see a couple shambling undead making their way around the curve of the inner courtyard walls, just south of you, and they're like arms outstretched, and they look like they're coming towards you. They're far off in the distance.
How far off?
90 to 100 feet. There's 4 of them.
Gotcha. Can you re-describe what this algae mess is?
It looks like a vine circulatory system that picks up off of the stable, and it's not in any bipedal form. It's just like a circulatory cape almost, and
Like
there's
a flying spaghetti monster type.
yeah, kind of, and there's like algae dripping down it that gives it like almost the appearance of skin.
Okay. I'll rage and move
Rage and engage.
move forward.
Okay.
I'll step 20 feet forward.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right.
Unless I have an action still.
Yeah.
I'll throw a javelin at it.
Okay.
That's a crit.
Nice.
You didn't seem like you were gonna do it, so
No, I'm not feeling it today.
Aw.
Aww.
He's worried about rings.
13 damage. Non-magical, piercing, javelin. Goes into an acidic monster.
It doesn't seem to do much.
I'm probably not giving that javelin back. am I?
No.
Alright, subtract 1 javelin.
Let's see how it does against radiant damage.
All right.
this place is a mystery.
22 hits for a guiding bolt.
Yes, 22 does hit.
Oh, and I'm doing it as a second level,
Okay.
so I'm doing 5d6 damage. Ooh. 23 radiant.
Suck it, LG.
It seems to take all of it.
You take it and you
feels, feels the burn of Lathander's wrath.
And you hear like a
Gross.
yeah. Bon.
Bon, you have advantage on your first attack.
Oh,
I'm not-
yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
No,
I'm just gonna fist it.
inappropriate.
Whoa
Good
there.
lord. Inappropriate, man.
Bon, in classic Bon form, brings his fist without the staff up and pushes it out as a fist of unbroken air strikes out at the LG.
All right.
Please make a strength saving throw.
9.
That's not gonna do it.
No, it's not.
So I am doing a semi-strong fist. I'm burning extra key
Okay.
to get some extra dice. It goes 20 feet away from me and takes 21 points of force damage and 15 points of radiant damage.
All right. It seems to take all of it. It is going to.
Does it actually move?
Let's see. Yes, it does. It is going to move towards the group.
So it's now like 50 feet away from us because he knocked it back 20.
Yep.
And I had moved forward, so I was within like 40.
Has
I was
40
so he's
foot.
So he's 60 feet from me then.
Has 40-foot movement.
So he's 20 feet away from me.
That
That knockback was nice.
Yeah.
He would have been in melee range.
I don't think it can reach anything right now. It's got
Nice.
15 feet reach.
5 feet short. He's like,
You're welcome, Gideon.
Let's see. Yes, it goes. So what it does is it moves towards you all, and then drops flat to the ground like a puddle. Any ranged attacks are gonna have disadvantage.
It's gone, guys. We did it. Hooray!
Nah, it's just playing dead.
It is Minette, your turn.
So for clarification,
he's still lit up, so it's a regular
I
attack.
understand.
Yep.
Yeah.
When I shot him earlier,
Yep.
it missed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
It sort of sounded like it was just
Went right
immune
through
to
No.
the piercing. So,
No.
okay. Cool. We fly low,
Okay.
and I'm going to hit it with my blast wave.
All right.
It's a 15-foot cone.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to make a strength save.
It's really bad at those.
11.
Does not make it.
Okay.
It is pushed back 10 feet. I'm shooting down at it.
Okay. So okay. All right. So you'll add an
1d6.
extra d6. Yep.
Okay. a whopping 8 points.
All right.
But it's force damage.
Nice.
May the force be with you.
And we fly back up.
Kyo's turn.
Kyo says, I like that idea, and uses Eldritch Blast. The lowest is...
Disadvantage.
Before I re-roll these, does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay. We'll see if I go lower than that. I do not.
Okay.
3 Eldritch Blast beams go off, and all 3 of them use Repelling Blast to push him back 30 feet.
All right. So down into the ground,
No.
like what Manette did?
Away.
Away.
Like shoving him backwards from the group 30 feet.
Okay.
And that's 18 points of force damage. So it was 20 feet away. Now it's 50 feet away from where
30
Kinian was standing.
30 per?
It's 10 per.
Oh,
So and it hit 3 beams. So pushed him a total of 30 feet away.
I was going to say 30 per. He's practically out.
So push, push, push. And Kyo is going to actually quicken a spell now that it's moved back a little bit. Can we even ascertain if this thing is bloody or not?
I don't think you can really tell. It's like an algae pool.
So,
I think this is one of those monsters that you don't necessarily know if it's doing okay.
It has 10,000 hit points. We're never going to kill it.
So he's going to blow 2 sorcery points to Eldritch Blast it again. Let's see if he can shove it a total of 60 feet away.
Okay.
The lowest, he's got 4 plus. This is a 13 hit.
No.
So that's 1 miss. And another 13. So 1 hit. That sucked. 10. So he's only pushed back an additional 10 feet. For max damage, though, 10 force damage.
10, your turn. Or wait, no,
Kinian. Kinian, I assume the shambles are probably getting close at this point.
Not really. I mean, they're making their way, but they're not like hastily moving towards you. Their demeanor is more of wait until they're dead. So they're
Oh.
you know what I mean? like
They're
they're not,
scavengers. They're
Yeah.
going to come for our corpses.
yeah.
Kinian's going to throw another javelin at disadvantage because it's prone.
So you're saying they're actually somewhat intelligent undead? Not trying to come kill us?
Oh, I mean, they are at Candle
15
Keep.
piercing, which he'll have
Okay.
to...
7, I think. 7.
Yeah.
10, your turn.
I'm gonna do another guiding bolt. First level this time. And a 27's gonna hit.
Jeez.
Holy shit.
5 and 5 is 10 radiant damage.
All right.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Bon. You gonna chase it down?
Yeah.
All right. What's your movement currently? Like 60?
Really high.
Bon has
Ridiculous.
suddenly turned into a villain.
Yeah, it's normally 60.
Okay.
But he's flying.
Gotcha. So it's 120 or whatever.
Yeah. So, well, how far away is it?
A long ways. 60 plus feet.
At least 60 from me.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna burn a bonus dash to get 120.
Okay.
I'm gonna get right up above it,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna cast Lightning Lure.
You're
Okay.
gonna pull him up in the air?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's isn't that 15
It's
feet
a
range or
15
something
foot
like that?
range.
Okay.
Make a strength save.
You're just rocking the strength saves. against
11.
him.
It doesn't do it. So lightning shoots out from Bond's hand, hits the algae thing, and draws him into the sky.
Okay.
10 feet up.
All right. At a add a d6 to whatever damage you're doing.
As it goes boop back down to the ground.
Splats down.
So he comes straight up towards me,
Mm-hmm.
taking electric damage along the way. So I'll take 17 lightning damage, 15 radiant damage, and 1 fall damage.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. The algae, it like lets out another gurgle, like, and it like sloshes over to the corpses of the cows and the horses, and it picks up 3 horses, two horses and a cow, and throws them at Keo and Manette.
Good thing I didn't throw one at Bon right next to him.
How close are
Yeah.
you guys to me? Like are you up like 100 feet or something?
No, we'd be maybe about 20 feet above you.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 feet.
Disadvantage?
Disadvantage? Probably not.
I've got the
He's
cloak
got
of
the cloak.
displacement.
Oh, sure.
I don't know
Yeah.
how that's gonna work if you're throwing it like at the broom.
I'm probably
It depends if it's a save or an attack.
yeah. I think it's definitely an attack. We'll go disadvantage. Let's go disadvantage.
You'll have resistance to the damage.
8. Not gonna do it.
You're chucking horses at me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. 18. Does that hit Manette or Keo?
It hits me.
Okay.
Kyo would shield.
All right. Keo is driving the broom. I need a dex save from him. Manette, as the broom moves slightly to try and get out of the way, you take a horse to the face.
All right.
And that is going to be 18
I've been critting
points
like
of damage.
Boss.
Dude.
Nice.
Sorry, what?
18 points of bludgeoning damage.
You'll have it because I hit him with a javelin.
Hey, watch out.
I can use my reaction to send my spirit guardians to block damage. They block 10 points of damage eliminated from my spirit guardians. That's reflected as force damage back onto the monster.
So 9 back.
So you take no damage.
How you don't have to be near the
I have to be
the
within
monster.
30 feet of the individual that's hit.
Right, not the monster for that. Okay.
People have to stay near me when I'm raging. And then my ancestral guardians like zip over and take the hit.
How'd Keo do on the save?
Kyo rolled a crit plus numbers.
Okay.
Plus 4.
All right. That's fine. Last one. That is going to be a 14? Yes, 14.
That misses both of them.
Okay. Cool. Nice. And that
Good
is...
flying.
Yes. Yes.
His dex save must have looked baller.
Yeah, put my face in the range of a horse.
Yeah. Keo's like, shit, watch out! and it like kicks the ass end of the broom up just enough for Manette to get clipped by a horse. Manette, you got like goop on your forehead. You're like, ugh.
I said nay.
Nay.
What's going on?
Damn it. Nay.
Whip. Nay, nay.
Manette, your turn. I said nay.
Is it not prone anymore?
Not anymore.
I'm gonna shoot it. It's a 17 hit.
17 meets.
I cast Find AC.
Yeah, you do. Free action. Well,
I don't have an ally next to it, do I?
no.
26.
26 damage. You shoot it, and this time the bullet finds purchase, and It splashes into the air. Bon, I need you to make a dex saving throw, please.
Some of that was thunder, if that makes a difference.
Nope.
Okay.
And the thunder is what just... It turns into this like green algae rain, and Bon, your wits are about you at this moment, and you fly upward just outside of the burst radius, and then you hear the as the nasty organic material slaps the wet ground.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Did I kill it?
Oh yeah. It's dead.
You're welcome.
Gross thing.
You see the shambling monsters kind of like turn tail, and they're like, and like they're like waddling away.
Kinian charges them.
Come back here!
Uh-huh.
I start shooting too.
All right.
Undead. That's
so
no good.
We'll keep the initiative order.
I don't
Kyo's
want
turn.
these suckers jumping us later and trying to paralyze people.
Hell yeah. Kyo's turn.
Kyo sees them moving, and he will twin firebolt.
Okay.
At 2 of them.
Racing along with the broom.
How
We'd
bright?
never hear the end of it if from 10 if we didn't kill these undead.
True.
No, I was just gonna take care of it. That's all.
Come back here!
It's daylight, right? Like
No.
it's
It is just slightly past dusk.
Sweet. Well,
But
that's
it
gonna
would give
be
you guys shit too.
it's gonna be 2 hits. The first one gets hit for a measly 12. The next one gets hit for 19.
They are both still running away. Kinian
And Kyo
beats
moves
feet.
the broom that direction. Kinian's got 40 movement. How close does that get him?
You're gonna have to like double speed to even get close. They were about 100 feet away.
Well, he'll
So-
dash.
Okay.
So he'll move 80.
You could throw a javelin. Oh, wait.
I'll just dash.
Yeah. Okay. All right. 10. Want to sling some spells?
I want to, because I still have my wings active.
Mhm.
I want to fly up and see if I can spot any other undead in other parts of the keep outside.
Perception check. You do remember from last week you were trying to wrangle, and these 4 might be part of that grouping.
26 perception.
It just seems to be this set of 4 and a set of 6 over by an area that looks to have a bunch of bodies around it on the south end.
That was probably all my movement. So that'll be my turn.
Yep. Okay.
So you're
That
up
sounds fine.
120 then?
Probably to
'Cause
be
you
able
fly
to
at
see
60.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's good enough. Let's see here. Bon, your turn.
What can I see?
You have the stables below you, and then you have 4 shambling monsters that are trying to run away.
Say
Hell yeah, they
goodbye
are.
to your shambling monsters. Shambling monster 1 takes 22.
All right.
Does that hit?
Yeah, you want to hit. Yeah, that
I'm just
definitely
picking
hits.
3 of them.
Okay.
And then the next one hits, and 11. Does 11
No,
hit?
that misses.
Okay, so 2 of them get hit.
Okay.
One takes 1 force damage and 15 radiant damage.
Okay. You punch your fist through its heart.
It was an Eldritch Blast.
You eldritch blast through its heart.
And the other one takes 9 force damage.
That kills it as well.
Pew pew.
So 2 just... And Kinian, in front of you, you see the ghouls that Kyo had hit have a big burning circle in the center of their chest, and they just kind of slump down as they're running. In fact, they like ragdoll, and like one sickeningly like breaks its neck as it like tumbles forward over its feet. The others are going to continue to run away as fast as they can. So Bon, you have a attack of opportunity. Oh wait, no, you're right. You're not right up. Yeah. They are going to continue to run away as fast as they can, gaining 60 more feet. And I think at that point, those who don't have a height advantage have started to lose them around the curve of the inner courtyard walls as far as visuals, except for Kinian, because Kinian chased after him. Minette, you guys are up kind of high.
18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Over 20 some damage.
20 what? Some?
They're real weak? No? Okay. Yeah, 31 damage.
Yeah, that kills them.
Okay.
Yep. You take the head off of one of them just as it's rounding the curve. Yeah, you see this black ichor explosion. Keo.
Keo's gonna hit at a 17
That hits.
for 24 fire damage.
And that gets rid of the last one.
You're
burning it to the
fired.
ground. Let's see.
Kenny
fired.
ran after them and didn't even get to swing.
Kinian's like, I'm down 2 javelin, but he's all right with this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still feeling pretty woozy after losing so much blood.
Yeah. Okay. So, Tin, you can see the other 6 are starting to collect in this southern building.
Inside it, or
They're like making their way into it. Yes.
Pop a flare and let us know. Or talk on the ring.
Well, I was just about to say, I'm gonna say on the rings, hey, I see a group of 6 more undead in the southern building. I'm gonna go take care of it real quick. And I very cautiously fly towards it, keeping an eye out for any, like, mosquito demons or anything like that.
Yeah, you're keeping quite an eye on where the demons came from up on the castle.
Yeah.
Bond, did you want to inspect the stables?
Yep.
Okay. When you fly down to the ground and roll open the barn doors to the stable, you see a lot more dead beasts of burden in here. The smell is very terrible. You see a avowed cleric, Katashi Yamamoto, and his body lays broken on the ground. His head is twisted the other way, 180 degrees the wrong way, and you notice that he has one blue eye and one red eye. His human skin is a vibrant green, and his hair a deep blue. His body is warped and disfigured with like scabby rash all over it. You see laying on the ground next to his body is a little like 8-sided gem that's laying like right next to his head, and it's kind of like nested into the straw, this moldy straw, and you see on his finger is a ring with like a aqua stone as the gem.
Sorry, just to clarify, is that Yamamoto that we're still talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Is anybody nearby?
Uh,
Like Kinian or Minette?
Kinian would have basically, and I was waiting for that to go off the discussion, but Kenyon would have responded on the ring. Save one for me, because he hasn't fought.
Sorry,
Missed him in the last
Kenyon.
fight, and would have basically his boots would have started bat flapping, and I would have been slowly headed your direction. I'm not as fast as you are in the air.
I think I'm gonna kill them all in one hit, but you can come over if you want to watch.
Yeah,
Manette, are you
brightness.
nearby?
I can drink to that.
We're all kind of sticking nearby, floating.
Yep.
Wait, you're up by the stable still.
I'm up at
Yeah.
the stable still.
Yeah, I'll stick around.
Okay.
I wouldn't have had to chase when they were, running off, so
Right.
I'd be nearby.
Alright. Can you cover me while I go in here and get eaten by these people? I'm just
Sure.
foreshadowing. I go in and pick up the gem in the ring and poke avowed cleric Katashi Yakamoto.
throw him in the healing springs.
That's what I'm gonna do. I just want to make sure he's dead first.
He definitely seems dead.
All right, I pick him up.
All right. And you take him over to the springs?
Yep.
All right. You did pocket the gem and the ring, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I also note to Manette. So that's 2 liters. There's only 1 left here. After the springs, I'll say, he had this. I don't happen to know anything about.
You feel magic. I mean, everybody feels magic off of an item to some degree.
I mean, like,
Would
I have
Yamamoto-san
recognized
have
it
worn it
from-
in the past?
It was definitely a ring that he wore. You have no clue if it imbued him with special powers. But it's got that 9-volt to your tongue kind of feel.
okay.
I'll identify it.
Okay.
Did I have any trouble moving him to the springs?
No. So while you guys are moving the bodies, Tin and Kenyon are racing down to the undead.
She beats me there.
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, handedly.
So am I able to just land outside of the armory building
I like
and see them, all 6 of them, inside through like an open door or something like that?
Yeah, you land in front of the main open door, and they're all clustered inside, hiding like in the shadows.
Oh, sucks for them because I'm going to use Channel Divinity. So any zombie undead that are challenge rating 3 or lower instantly die. Is that all of them?
Destroy undead.
Yes.
They're all like pushovers,
Okay,
right?
so yeah,
Yes.
they're all dead.
Okay. I just wrote all that out.
And like
I saw you writing it. I was just like, oh, sucker.
and like right after like the channel divinity goes off, Kenyon comes like bursting through the door.
It's like skids to a
How
stop.
about you? And they're all just like smoldering on the ground.
Yeah. Do you want to describe it? That's pretty dope.
I think just the typical description I tend to veer towards where they just kind of like glow from the inside and then just burst into flames.
Yeah. So you land like right in front of the door,
and
almost
I-
like an arc. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I land in front of the door and I probably like use my Lightbringer and just like slam it at the ground and have like a light wave go out to them and then it causes them to glow explode.
Nice. So yeah, it's like yeah.
It's a technical term.
You fly over, you land like an archangel on the ground, smacking the ground as you land, and this radiant energy bursts forth from you, and you see like the glowing hearts of these undead, and then they just pop, and when they pop, they pop in this like radiant explosion of nasty.
Blood, guts, and gore.
Yeah. Nice. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Kenyon, when you stumble through the back door and you have at thee, you see their tin is like glowing with this radiant light, and you see the symbol of Lathander on her chest and on her shield are emblazoned. She doesn't seem to have noticed it, but it's glowing with this radiant fury. You both take a quick look around in here.
Sup, Kenyon?
I look down at my axe. I look over at your glowy. I walk out of the room and like try to do the same thing on the ground to see if like glowy stuff happens. Just like the Eldritch Blast earlier. Like Kenny's like, oh man, all these new stuffs.
If you want to be able to explode undead like me, you just gotta talk to Lathander.
6 easy payments of $9.95.
Renounce your ways.
You think Lathander has like the church send your money like television type show with like
people, the mega church.
The mega church.
Yeah.
Tammy
TV
Faye and stuff.
evangelist.
Yeah.
No, Lathander is above that.
Televangelist.
Maybe other deities do that, but not Lathander.
Lathander needs
Lathander's a classy
a
dude.
private jet.
Yeah. I mean, probably like the gods of money and greed or something do that, but
He sends those letters with the nickel in it that says, if you send this nickel back to us, it could
Plant the
save
seed.
lives.
I mean, let's be honest here. He did create the Kraken. He can't be that good.
no, he didn't create it. He utilized it.
He built it.
Or no, he did build it. Okay, yeah.
Yep. He just
He realized it was a
disused
piece
it.
of shit
He built that
afterwards.
crappy
Mhm.
Kraken.
He
Then again, I think back then a lot of the gods weren't as nice and innocent as they are nowadays.
I mean, from what you guys have learned, Lathander just kind of walked away from it. It was, for him, it wasn't a big deal, but I mean, for the world, it was. So you enter this very large storeroom-like building, and there is weapons very neatly stacked and hung up on the walls. There are very few of these weapons that have been like knocked over in haste of grabbing them. Give me an insight check, one of you.
Yep.
Please.
Also, is there the smell of dead bodies in here, or?
Yes, you just made
Damn
it.
it. Well, no, but mine haven't
What?
been like desiccated corpses bloating for weeks and weeks.
Yeah, they still stink, but there
Okay.
isn't anything particular that you're picking up here.
23 insight.
Okay. Looking over the armory, and you know this to be an armory, you know that something was seriously wrong because none of the guards had enough time to come and get their weapons.
Yeah, which would have been the first thing they would have done.
Yeah. So from that, it tells you that whatever happened to Candlekeep happened fast.
I relay that over the ring.
Do the weapons look all
Rusty and
rusty
old and
nasty?
stuff.
No, they're fine.
Do any of them look like they could be magical / useful for us to pawn off?
Give me a investigation, please. There is an awful lot of
Ooh.
weapons in here.
18.
Investigating this area, you find 10 magical items.
Holy moly! I've got my portable hole ready to steal these all.
You find 5 darts of dragon slaying and 5 darts of fiend slaying.
We're gonna need those. We're gonna need those.
Uh-huh.
Did I give you guys the magical potions? The healing potions?
What healing potion?
Okay.
You did not.
These were there were healing potions just up on racks. There are 5 of them.
What style?
Just general.
Just general. Just a regular one. So what do you guys want to do?
Take a long rest.
Take a long rest in the what's the harmony?
Wow.
I'm gonna cut that.
Harmony.
Take a long rest.
All right. So, you guys want to take a long rest? Does Kyo want to do anything to assist with that?
Kyo will do the hut thing.
That
To-
hut thing.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a 10-foot radius, so the big 20 feet total diameter.
So it's
Bubble.
mansion-sized for Keo.
Yes. But we're all going to have to get quite close.
Yeah.
Minette, you want to identify this shiny ring and gem?
So over the long rest, those of you who had a level to gain, you gain it. You also gain half your hit dice back for those who may have spent hit dice. Minette, you know these items to be a 1 Ion Stone of Mastery.
Oh, nice. That raises your proficiency modifier by 1.
And a Ring of Swimming.
Ring of Swimming is non-attunement.
Yeah.
Gives swim speed. I dig it.
I dig it.
But I am currently getting it from my piece of 6.
Yeah.
I give the ring back to Bon.
Gives you a swim speed, which is good. It means you don't get disadvantage with your staff and
Maybe that means
sword.
our crawl of Candlekeep will go swimmingly.
I take the
hit
ring
him?
back from Bon.
But the Ion Stone is an attunement slot.
It's definitely attunement. So.
Yeah. At least my mind is right with that.
Keo says, ooh, I can hold on to those for you.
Of course.
Does anybody happen to not be at their attunement limit?
Nope.
If I take the conch off.
I don't anticipate us needing to teleport to Maelstrom.
Anytime soon.
Yeah,
Just
just my opinion.
I'm sure we will at some point. But
Well, he can also.
As
We
long
can
as we
always
can
make that
teleport
decision
to
later.
the-
Ha, well done.
What?
Ion Stone is named after Ioun, a god of knowledge.
Yes.
And we're here for knowledge. Look at you. Look at you. Your proficiency bonus increases by 1 while it orbits your head.
I'm fine with Kenyon taking it. I'm not gonna fight for it. Other people can.
It's not a big deal for me. I will use it to raise my 2 hit and my perception and survival and stuff. I can use it until somebody wants it.
I don't see myself changing my attunement items unless we get like the swiggity swag of all magical items.
You know what? I will take it. I'll take off my belt of giant strength.
So what it'll do for you is it's a +2
And your
on your
pants drop.
expertise stuff.
Huh?
this belongs in a museum.
Your +1 becomes +2 for your expertise on stuff. So you get 2 more investigation. And,
Holy shit.
And 2 more.
Obviously, this is a Minette
And
device.
two more what? Because it's.
I mean,
What else did you expertise in besides
stealth,
that? So your stealth would go
um,
up by 2.
thieves' tools. Well, a lot of tools actually. I gain expertise in every tool that I gained proficiency in from my artificer class, which is like 3 or 4.
So it really makes sense for
Mhm.
you.
yeah.
Because you don't use strength that much, anyways.
I just used it to show off to Palami, really.
Yeah.
Is it medium armor that you're wearing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need strength.
Well, the armor isn't the thing that gives me.
Well, if it was heavy armor, you would need strength, or else you'd be walking really slow. Yeah.
Keo looks down at his ogre gauntlets and is like, I could hold on to that belt for you.
Are the gauntlets attunement?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were non-attunement.
Nope.
He's welcome to it.
Until
such time as I request the belt back.
I'm making character choices for him, but I'm pretty sure that's what Keo would.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
want.
if it's a magical item, Keo's
Yes.
like,
Keo's
Yeah.
Keo's
I want
salivating.
that."
So, is there anything else you all want to do? How does Bon feel about people pining over these items? I guess because I would assume this would be a very peculiar position for him.
So Bon would say some things about, like, you know, kind of like what he said when the armory was being pillaged. You know, this is Candlekeep property, but Candlekeep seems to kind of not need property anymore.
Unfortunately.
So I'd probably at some point say, well, this is Candlekeep stuff, but that'd probably be about the extent of it.
Okay.
It's being used for the greater good, at least.
I'm still pretty affected by the state of Candlekeep, and I was thinking, the guard force obviously fell, but maybe the three leaders rallied everybody inside Candlekeep, and they're holding off this whatever this evil is that attacked. And instead, I found two of the three leaders, and they were dead. And I don't have much hope for the third.
Did these men get along?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Because
obviously there's always some bickering when you spend large amounts of time together in enclosed areas, but Candlekeep was a very defined place with very strict expectations for everyone there. So
who's missing?
the leader of Candlekeep, the keeper of tomes, Ulront.
Was there ever any kind of dark knowledge that would be studied here? Something that may have corrupted?
Candlekeep is a place of all knowledge. I have a feeling that, that Rex Sasha came to me in the guise of Candlekeep. This could be the result of me being hunted.
You think they came here hunting you and wiped out?
When they didn't find me here, they used my connection to this place to get me to come to them.
Well, we'll just have to make this not worth their time and be ready for whatever trap they've put down for you.
Kenyon walks close to Bon and kind of whispers, but not quiet enough so everyone sort of overhears him say, "Is your wife missing too?"
I'm sorry, Kenyon, but I don't have a wife. I'm sure Rings is fine.
Is that a monk thing?
What?
No wives? I've got
So-
two. Soon I'll have two.
Well, there's got to be balance in the world. Apparently, there's people out
That's awesome.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. What a fantastic episode. We cannot wait for next week's episode. We hope you stick around to find out what happens next. If you want to find out more about the show, about our characters, or things like that, go check us out on dmstable.com/RWA. DM's Table has got information on how to contact us through Twitter or Facebook or things like that. Go check it out, and we'll see you out on the internet. See ya.